What became of the most intelligent student in your class? He's in jail for dealing coke. Valedictorian works for Tesla. Salutatorian is now a Buddhist monk in Tibet. Edit: the monk graduated from MIT as an engineer, went to work in Tibet for some project, then never left. Taught himself Mandarin. Moved to China for I don't even know what. Developed a heart condition and had to be flown back to the States for medical. I believe he's back in China now. Saw him at a party though in college with a blunt and a cigarette in the same hand and a beer in the other. This guy was your typical glasses wearing antisocial nerd in high school. Always been a quality human being. I was shocked when I saw him at the party. High school class of 1962. Our valedictorian died in Vietnam around 1964. I first heard about it around 2012, so year may be off. Edit: disclaimer. Dude was 2 years younger than the rest of us, having skipped 2 grades, first chair violinist, IB, AP, wicked smart and an all-around nice guy despite having all these stressful extracurriculars and advanced classes. Full ride to anywhere kind of smarts. Now he's a sports writer and seems to be happier than ever. Edit: damn, getting a lot of people asking if it's a sports writer they know. Apparently the sports writer industry is a kid genius magnet. Went to Harvard, earned a PhD in philosophy, currently teaches at UC Berkeley. Shared a Nobel Prize in chemistry. Dead by accidental overdose when she was 22. He became a pharmacist, married a model, had a couple kids, bought a big house in our hometown. Then he got caught writing fake scripts for his friends, lost his license, got a divorce, wife took the kids, and I'm told he can be found at the local bar most nights trying to black out. Life can take some crazy turns, eh? The dude in my class got a full ride to Harvard. Did an internship his first summer at Intel and was killed by a drunk driver a few weeks after arriving in California. Fucking couldn't believe it when it happened 25 years ago. Still can't really. Killed themselves by jumping in front of a truck after getting a failing grade from a professor that hated her attending Stanford. He became homeless and jumped from a building 6 years ago. After his death, his mom sent me his Quora accounts where he posted thousands of times in 3 languages. It was wonderful to read. He was very smart but a broken man. Miss you, Pierre. He literally became a rocket scientist. Graduated top of my class, got a job at Google. Walked off a cliff whilst hiking last summer. Damn tragic, still don't get it. He works at CERN. Went to MIT. He makes iPad video games now. She was on the dean's list every year in computer science. Aced every test and did better than everyone academically. She works as a secretary for a lawyer now. She genuinely hated programming, but her teachers pushed her into computer science because they wanted more women in tech. I still think she could have done better using the degree elsewhere, but she also had a really negative mindset and a self-defeating attitude. They had a nervous breakdown and became psychotic. Edit: not due to drugs, he had Asperger's, was the smartest person I've ever met, and stress probably contributed a lot to a pre-existing condition. He went to Yale and joined the ROTC. After he graduated he became an Army Ranger and served in Afghanistan. When he left the Army he joined a seminary and became a priest. Works at NASA. He worked for corporations as an IT guy for a decade, and then left and started his own IT consulting company. I think he is doing well. I think he retired early. He committed suicide at Harvard. Guy was school's greatest achiever in studies and was school's top athlete, breaking all the records. He went to Cambridge and everything, got a doctorate in physics etc. Ended becoming a priest. Lives in a small village in the north. Harvard for college, somewhere else for medical school, became a doctor, married another doctor. Maybe had a kid? She's very smart, so she killed her social media accounts a very long time ago. We haven't spoken in 20 years at least, but I still remember her fondly when I think of the shit show that was adolescence. Edit I checked, and it was Johns Hopkins for medical school, and she is some niche variant of cardiologist. She's procrastinating away on Reddit. He works for our state Supreme Court. As I understand his job, he does a mix of legal research for the judges and trains new clerks. Went to fancy engineering school. Got a great job doing fancy engineering. Quit and opened up a couple coffee shops. They worked at a McDonald's after high school. Now they are an executive for McDonald's. Valedictorian is an accountant. Salutatorian is an anesthesiologist. He scored an almost perfect score in the Chinese Jiao, almost top 20 in the country. He is now a popular streamer for brony material in Asian platforms. I think he does this full-time and has a few 100,000 followers. He was a real lovely guy and I'm happy he's doing what makes him happy. GAU. Graduated high school at 14. Got a degree in aerospace engineering by 18, and works for Boeing last time I checked. He was always a nice kid and got picked on. Glad I was nice to him back then. They now work for NASA, but only because they're convinced aliens have the answers to their quantum physics homework. One's a lawyer in DC, one works for Google, one got a doctorate and now teaches at an HBCU. Died from a brain tumor right after he graduated high school. He was dang smart. Could play the piano upside down too. I went to grade school with a kid, his initials were SM. His mom was a teacher, so SM was super smart. He was always sat aside doing advanced work or extra credit. At recess he would constantly run laps for the mileage club instead of playing with other kids. Fast forward, SM gets a full scholarship to Cornell University for running track. Not sure what he was studying, but he ended up dropping acid with his girlfriend, freaking out and running around campus half naked. He tackled at least one female and threatened to rape her and was arrested. The valedictorian of our high school was somebody nobody ever saw or heard of. I'm sure the school administration did everything in their power to shelter her from us dumbasses so that we didn't infect her with our stupid virus. I hope she's out there somewhere saving a life or making life better for people, though.